That's why I keep saying, ain't no two saved, sanctified husband and wife gonna be down in no divorce court.
All right.
It ain't in the book. It ain't of God. Ain't no husband abiding by Ephesians chapter number 5, loving your wife as Christ loved the church and giving himself for it. Ain't no wife abiding by Ephesians chapter number 5, obeying her husband in all things and seeing that she reverence her husband for the work that he's doing for her and the family. You ain't gonna beat out no unsaved judge telling no unsaved judge, divide up what God done blessed us with. Divide up the kids and tell him when he can see the kids and tell her when she can see the kids. Tell her who get the couch and who get the love seat, who get the good car, who get the bad car, who get the chicken and who get the pork chop. That ain't in holiness. You got to understand, when you go to the law, what are you saying? When you got to go to the unjust judge and have him straighten out your husband, have him straighten out your wife, how can you go to the unrighteous and tell him to solve a righteous problem? Especially if you got married in a sanctified church. How you gonna get married in a sanctified church and then go to an unrighteous judge and tell him to straighten out your marriage?
All right, doctor.
I wish y'all could hear what God is saying this morning. How you gonna make a sanctified bishop marry you, tie you together with the word of God, then you gonna go to some unjust righteous, some unjust judge
Unhook you, that's right.
and ask him, my husband won't act right, I need to be free from him. What did the righteous preacher tell you? You can't get free. I speak to them that know the law. How a woman is bound to her husband as long as he liveth. That's the word of God. Then how you gonna go? And then the church done got so bad, you march yourself downtown, get you a piece of paper from some unrighteous person, and then want to bring it back to the church and want the church to recognize it. You can't make God's people recognize what the world say. Bad times for good people. This is why Herod stretched forth his hand, because he's saying the church folks wanted it this way. This is why the divorce rate is so high in the U.S., because there's more church folks down there. This is why the law has come up with irreconcilable differences, because they see too many church folks being down there trying to straighten out their marriage in divorce court. It's bad when you got to have a TV program. Divorce court.
That's right. All right.
It shouldn't be no sanctified folks in divorce court. Even Jesus had to tell him. Moses only gave you the right to divorce because your hearts were hard. Not because it was the will of God, because from the beginning it was not so. But because your hearts done got so hard, Moses said, all right, go ahead and give it to him.